Hey guys, welcome to Self Made. It's your host Andres.
The one and only Nash.
The new star boy Akeem. So you don't know in the building today. And topic is at what point should one meet their partner's parents? Andres, I think you can take this one on.
Sure. So I feel like at the point, like when you guys say I love you to each other and you're both committed in the relationship, that I feel like at that point you should feel like it might be the right time for you to take it to the next level and take them home. How about you guys? What do you guys think?
Yeah, I feel like if you're in a long committed relationship or not even like generally long, right? You guys should be talking about like meeting each other's parents because you want them to be just as much as you guys are in each other's lives. You'd want them to be in your life as well, no? That's how I would feel at least. Like I'm a family oriented person, so I would want to be able to talk or like meet my partner's parents. That's just me. But like depending on how it is or like the situation, not a lot of people have the option where they can just go ahead and just meet their partner's parents.
But I feel like people that are dating nowadays, like I'm saying people like in our age range at least, right? Like I feel like
Hmm.
when you reach that point in your relationship that you already know yourself, how you feel about your partner, and you obviously let them know, then I feel like why not share it with everybody else in like around you, right? Like if you love somebody, you should be able to bring them like home and be able to like I don't know, like make them feel part of a family.
Hmm. But also you have to take into consideration like what if like you are in the relationship, right? And let's say like God forbid or whatever, your partner's parents don't like accept you in that way. So in that sense, you and her are like disagreeing with like the fact that oh like you guys are together or stuff like that. So it becomes difficult because even though you may want to meet the parents, they might not be comfortable with you based off like um you know religion or like how they may see you. So it's not up to you or like your partner. It's also up to the parents as well. Like if they would want to meet you.
Yeah, no, I get that as well. Like, I feel like at that point you have to obviously respect your partner and respect like your partner's family and whatnot. But you also have
Hmm.
to take into consideration the fact that at the end of the day, regardless of what the case may be, your girl or boyfriend, they're the one that knows like that actually know you the best. So if they know how you are as a person and they know like where you come from and your values, then
You feel like
nothing
they
else
should
should
respect
matter.
it too, right?
Yeah, nothing else should matter. Like if I know you and like you obviously know me, you know where I come from, you know my values, you know what I stand for, then obviously anything else won't matter because at the end of the day, as long as you treat your partner with love and respect, I feel like that's every parent's wish is to have their kids be with somebody who's always gonna respect them and love them and put them first. That's what I think.
Hmm.
How about you, Akeem? What are you saying?
Growing up, I've never been in a situation where I've never met the person parents. I think every relationship I've been in, I've met the parents, but I've never like talked much into it. Like, or should I meet the parents? Should I not meet the parents? Like those things has happened. Like it never really mattered to me, you know. It's just I wouldn't say parents. Let me say it mattered for me more to meet the dad than to meet the mom. I have no problem meeting
The
bro,
mom, yeah,
the mom.
cause the dad is like, are you gonna take care of my daughter? Because like you're basically like the guardian for her now. I'm
Well, they're
leaving.
there to intimidate you. I feel like.
Yeah, but more so
Yeah.
to say that like like look out for my daughter because I've been looking out for her like after how long, right? And like I just want you to treat her the way that she deserves to be treated.
But
So,
I have a question.
mhm.
How much on a scale of 1 to 10? How much does it mean to you guys to meet parents, whether that the mom, the dad, uncle,
I feel
sister?
like I feel like I'm okay. I'll speak for myself personally. I feel like I can relate to what Nash said at the beginning. I'm also a family oriented person, and like we all have like huge families, right? Like we, especially like I feel like our cultures, like we all grew up in that environment where like we have like family reunions and they're all huge and whatnot. Like I feel like meeting parents for me at least is very important. Like it's one of the key things that happen in a relationship because it's like for me it shows that you're welcoming me into your family. That's what it shows me, and it shows that you're ready to take that next level. So I feel like for me at least it's actually very important. How about you, Nash?
Yeah, I think it's just as important as like you being like, a part of the family. Like you're making that step and you're taking that initiative to be like, hey, like I want to be a part of the family just as much as she would want to be a part of the family or he would want to be a part of the family, right?
So you
So,
guys are saying 10.
well, for me, it's to the point like in the beginning, like I would want to like meet the parents, but at the same time, it's just like there's a lot of expectations behind it. Like, how would they see you? How would they view you in that sense, right? So, to me, it's like a yes. Like out of 10, I'd give it like an 8.
So wait,
That I'd want to meet the parents.
are those questions go in your head, or are those are the questions that goes in your partner's head? What?
No, in my
Why?
head, like to me, it's just like a lot of like expectations based off of like what what to expect, like what needs to be discussed, what do I need to say, make sure that I say the right things. Like, it's a lot of pressure when,
It's definitely a lot of pressure, but I feel like
you know,
it's pressure that I feel like when that time comes, I feel like it's a lot of pressure, yes, but she wouldn't put you in that situation unless she knew you could handle it.
hmm
And
I
she wouldn't
mean,
put you in that situation unless she knew you were ready. And most importantly, she's ready, right? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're ready or not. What matters is that if she's ready to introduce you to her parents, and same thing with you, like when you're ready to do so with her, like at the end of the day, it all falls on you, like the person that's actually taking that step and bringing you home.
yeah.
I guess. I mean, I don't care that much.
Like,
I mean,
it's to the point where like I care, but it's not to the point where like I'm gonna be upset if I didn't get to meet the parents.
well,
Like,
let,
if they want to
let me
meet
ask.
me, hmm
What if it gets like a year or two and you haven't met the parents and you ask, you could meet the
hmm
parents. I mean, you shouldn't ask to meet the parents, you know. It should be a thing that it's, one day, however, you guys, what if it goes bad? How would you guys handle the situation? Would you be mad at the parents, or would you be mad at your partner, or you would be just mad in general?
if I'd be
And
mad at
what,
my so like if I'd be mad at my partner if I didn't get to meet the parents,
no, like if your partner don't want you to meet their parents,
um,
would you be mad at your partner?
well, there has to be some reasoning behind it as to why they wouldn't want me to meet the parents, right?
What reason would be okay?
I guess like for some for some relationships it's based off of like religion or like culture, right? Their parents have a certain standard, like even though like even in this modern day and age of like you know we should be equal and everything like that. Like a lot of like the parents that are out there, they teach like their children to be stuck in the old ways. I'm not bashing anyone or like the culture or anything like that. Like that's how you were brought up, but it doesn't mean that like you have to push that onto your child and be like, hey, like this is what you need to do and what you need to continue to do to like you can't change your cycle. So if you want to be with someone, you have to be with this specific person. And I'm gonna pick them out for you, or you find someone that is the same culture as us, same religion, same everything, and we can talk about that. But if it's someone outside, then it's frowned upon, which I don't understand. But if your daughter or your son is interested in that person and they are, loving, caring, and making sure that your son or your daughter is, taken care of at the end of the day, there shouldn't be no problem. But parents always have a say, so because it's your parent, they just want what's best for you, even though they may come off like disrespectful, your preference or like your choice, but it's what you want to do at the end of the day. If you have to do what makes you feel happy.
I have a question.
Hmm.
Like not too long ago, you said that like it doesn't bother you that much if you don't get to meet the parents right away.
Hmm.
You say it doesn't bother you a lot. At what point does it start bothering you?
Well, give or take, if it takes like, I don't know. That's a very tough question for me.
Like for me, like it's fun. Like if you want, I'll go. Like for me, for example, like it starts to bother me when, like Akeem said, you feel like you have to ask yourself to meet her parents. That's number one. I feel like at that point it'll start bothering me. Number two, it will be when it starts to when it creates conflict in a relationship or conflict in spending time with your partner. I feel like when that stuff starts to happen, then I feel like that's when it'll start bothering me. When it's like, okay, well, like I didn't think this was gonna be an issue in terms of like I don't know, like spending time as a couple, but like stuff like that. At least like that's for me. How about you?
Yeah, because they're interfering with like with your lifestyle, and that you know you're trying to build something with their son or their daughter, and they're not even allowing or like even giving you a chance at all to show your worth. You know, so after a couple times, I'd say give or take three, depending on what the conversation was about, or if I do joke around and be like, hey, when am I gonna meet like my parents, like our parents? And then it's just like I don't know, like that's up to them. Or if I'm on the phone having a conversation and then like I can't continue the conversation because um like the situation between me and the parents is not good just because of based off of whatever the parents are thinking. I get upset. I do get upset, but it's not to the point where it's my partner's fault. It's I can't control that. They can't control it either. They can vouch for me, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's up to the parents. If they want to be there and be like, okay, like you aren't so bad, let me just try and see how this goes.
Like I get that part, but I also
Yeah, like
feel
it's
like
very difficult. Like
yeah, I was like, because I was gonna say like I agree with what you're saying. Like it is up to the parents, but I feel like at the end of the day, not necessarily. Like I feel like it's more up to your partner to
mhm.
do so because she's the one dating you. She's the one that wants the future with you. She's the one that is in the relationship, right? She's the one that wants to make it like an actual thing. So she should be the one that takes that step forward. It shouldn't matter about her parents and even you. Like it's not up to you or her. I mean, sorry, not you or her parents. It's up to her. Same thing with you. Like for you to bring your girl home. But I feel like it's at the end of the day, it's up to you. And
As up to you if you want to introduce your parents to your partner.
yeah, it's not up to the. It's not like I understand where you're coming from and when you said that it's up to the parents, but I feel like if you really, really think about it, it's up to the girlfriend or the boyfriend to take that step.
Mhm.
Did you guys have anything else to add, Akeem?
My advice would be if anybody like having difficulties or feel upset that they haven't met the parents, I would say just just put it in the back of your mind and just treat her, treat your partner to the best you can, and make sure it shows. So maybe one day they'll come around, make sure
It all at the end of the
that
day, it
person
just takes
happy.
time.
Yeah, make sure like it's not just like things. It's just not gonna be like a one-time thing. Just send them flowers or something. Parents is gonna see that. All those type of things. Small stuff. I think that will help. to me.
Okay, what about Nash? Any other last words or anything like that?
I didn't mean to cut off Akeem there with his statement, but what I was saying is just it just take time. It's just a lot of time that you're gonna need for the parents to build up to, or like just to accept like who you are and like what you mean to their son or daughter. Just wait it out. Hopefully, like they do come around. If they don't, then just I don't know. Just continue doing what you're doing. Make sure that you're happy in your relationship. You're not living for their parents. You're living for your partner. Everything you're doing is for your partner. So it shouldn't really matter at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I feel like one thing that I would say, going with what you both have said, is like don't blame yourself for it. I feel like a lot of people do. They start to think that something might be wrong with them. Don't blame yourself. It's not really your fault. Like Akim said, patience, right? Everything comes with time. And then I feel like take the right approach because, like you said as well, it's not for just a one-time thing. It's gonna be a like reoccurring event. So take the right approach and just I don't know, be yourself. Anything else?
No, that's everything.
Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, please make sure that you guys like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram and Spotify. Send us questions, topics, so we can discuss them in the next episodes. Other than that, it's been your host, Andres.
The one and only Nash.
You don't know a Starboy Keem.
And we'll see you guys in the next episode.